Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy Hot Boy Guttah, and I'm here with my very first podcast episode with Guttah Underground Podcast, right? So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm kind of excited about doing this because I be having a lot to say about a lot of stuff. But I don't be knowing how to put it out there in the right way. So, I had a lot of people telling me, why don't you do a podcast? I was like, that really ain't for me. I ain't really the gossiping type and this, that, and the third. So they like, a lot of podcasts I ain't gossiping. They really just voice their opinion about how they feel about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about what I know. I ain't really into the Hollywood thing, so I just want to talk about what I know. And right now, what I know is East Point Men's League basketball. So look, we gonna get right into it. I ain't gonna need to waste nobody's time. Let's get right into this shit, right? I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts first off on East Point Men's League, right? Loving it. Loving it. East Point Man League definitely revamped the gym. They revamped the league. They just revamped everything that goes on with men's league basketball. I think the only thing that they missing to make this the perfect league is a shot clock. They got the flow, they got the backboard, the rim, the goal, the nets. They got all that. They even got a jumbotron with the player of the week picture on it, stats, player team logo. They got all that. They got team banners and all this. They got everything going. If they was to get a shot clock, they had to put them over the top of every league that's in Atlanta. A lot of leagues don't have shot clock. I think the only league that really does it is the AEBL, but that's a summer pro-am. But other than that, I think East Point right now is at the top of men's league. So I got to shout out Mo. I got to shout out Shalud for that, man. Them folks really did that, really gave us a space to come in and really compete. But on the flip side of that, I ain't really rocking with their referees like that, man. Shout out to my boy JC, he one of the refs, but JC is one of them guys, man. It's like he's consistent. I'm gonna tell y'all why I say he's consistent, because some of y'all gonna be like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I'm talking about. If JC is good, he's consistently good. When he's bad, he's consistently bad. Like when he's bad the whole day. Not for one team, not for one game, not for none. If he's bad the whole day. Now the other referees, as a hooper, I'm always say this as a hooper, right? As a hooper, I'm not gonna like any referees in any league. I don't care where you get them at, where you get them from. I don't like foul. Excuse me. I don't like fouls being called on me. I play hard. I play defense. I like to play with my hands a little bit. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in 90s basketball and they let you hand check. So that's the type of basketball I like to play. So when I can't hand check, I'm in my feelings a little bit because it's like I don't like to just stand there and let a man try to dribble me to motherfucker sleep. I ain't really with all that. I need to get up on him, touch him, and all that. No diddy. But anyway, other than that, I really feel like East Point is the best league popping right now. Need to work on the refs a little bit. The other guy, other two dudes, I only seen like them swap out two other guys. They just bad all around. So you pretty much know what you getting yourself into. But as hoopers, basketball players that play in this space, I don't get why we argue with the refs so much when we already know what we getting ourselves into. We see these refs in any league, every league. You already know what they about. So if you come in and you doing all that bitching and crying about the referee this, the referee that, the referee this, but you ain't doing none of that bitching and crying when you winning, then in my opinion, shut the fuck up and just play basketball. Man, don't nobody want to hear your big grown ass out there crying, big 6'8", 280 motherfucker out there crying about a referee foul. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to hear all that. Say what you gotta say, let it go, don't drag it on. So besides that, I really rock with East Point. So let's get into the teams. So I got me some notes right here. So if y'all see me looking out to the side, these my notes. You know what I'm saying? My first time doing this. I ain't perfect at this shit, but y'all know I pop it. Let's get into the teams, right? The first team that I really like, who I picked to win the championship at East Point Men's League, fall. We in spring 2025. Brotherhood. I got Brotherhood. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown on all the teams and what I like about them, what I don't. Brotherhood to me, I favor them to win it all because they well rounded, man. They're well rounded. They're older team, so they all IQ. They ain't really trying to beat you off skills, beat you off talent. They just beat you off IQ, man. They probably got the best point guard in the gym. They probably got the best point guard in the league, which is in Herm. Herm, in my opinion, If we talking true point guard, he's the best point guard in East Point right now. He's the best point guard. Like I don't see no other point guard fucking with Lil Hearn right now. He's a difference maker. You could tell the difference from when he's there and when he's not there. Just he's solid all around. He plays defense. Like for him to be like 5'5" below type shit, the nigga really play bigger than what he is. And if you put another guard his size or a couple inches taller than him, he gonna try to bully you. And that's what I really do like about him. He don't shy away from competitiveness, nor do he shy away from physicality. And in my opinion, they got the best big man in the league. They got Big Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Big Chuck is a big, humble guy. He get physical when he wants to, or he needs to. In my opinion, don't piss him off. He's fair. He's honest. He understands with his size. And what I love about Chuck is that with his size, he understands he's going to get fouled. He don't do a lot of bitching and crying. He knows I'm big. I'm probably the biggest dude, biggest skilled big man in the league. And you rarely hear him cry about any hacks or anything. You know what I'm saying? So he understands it like, bro, I'm big. I'm going to get hit. I'm going to get touched. But my job is to finish at the rim. And he does that very well. And he got a 15-footer that'll bust your ass. Let's talk about their role players. You got Mike Crane. You got Rip. You got Will. I don't know the left-hand guy name with the dreads, a dark-skinned cat. You got King. Man, them guys play their roles better than every so-called role player in East Point. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think the X factor on their team so far has been Mike Crane. Like Mike Crane has been my favorite on their team so far, man. He been consistent, efficient, and bro, he's knocking down them shots. Like I ain't never seen Mike Crane in college, but they say he was him, and he got his jersey retired, so I'm pretty sure he was. He's starting to look like 20-year-old, 21-year-old Mike Crane. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that Mike Crane, but from what I hear, he was him. So I'm going to just imagine the way he's shooting the ball right now. As many years I done played against him, I done seen Mike Crane put it down on the floor, do it, but I ain't never seen him be this efficient throughout a whole season. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Brotherhood. I'm going to go down to the next. We got Team Southside. Tell y'all what I like and what I don't like about Team Southside. What I did like about Team Southside is they was like Brotherhood. They was well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? But Team Southside, they got this little guy named Sean who kind of arrogant. He be doing a lot more talking than the main guy, which is, in my opinion, is Jordan. Now, I don't know who idea it was to start adding pieces that they already had. You know what I'm saying? What made them so good, but they've been on a losing streak because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by that is they had all of their pieces, just like Brotherhood. They had all their pieces. They had their score, they had their bid, they had their point guard, they had all of that. But then they started adding guys that was doing what the main guys already did. So now, if I already have my score and I bring another score, then my score has to share the ball with this guy. And now that kind of takes him out of his rhythm. That kind of messes up the flow. That kind of throws off the chemistry of what they had to be undefeated. And since then, now, the guys that they are bringing are like NBA level guys. But they don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, he's good. He's a great scorer. He's this, but you already had that. And now he's there and he's a little bit more ball dominant. Now y'all got to share the ball and he's not moving like y'all was moving and grooving in the beginning. And now that's caused y'all to go on a losing streak, but I still got them making Final Four. I had them in the championship talk, but lately I'm like, I don't really know because, like I said, they adding pieces. They adding skill and not IQ. You know what I'm saying? They adding skill but not IQ. The more skill you bring to your team, the more weight it puts on the IQ. You know what I'm saying? Too much skill, not enough IQ. You adding more skill, but it's knocking down the IQ because they just going off skill. And when they run into a team like Brotherhood, they run into a team like Blueprint, they're going to get outsmarted. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get beat talent-wise. They're going to get outsmarted because these guys are going to go off IQ. They're going to read your weaknesses, and they're going to attack your weaknesses. They're not just going to try to outplay you. No, they're going to outsmart you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about Southside. So let's go to Top Dog Committee. Goddamn Top Dog, man. This, so far, probably my favorite team in East Point, man, because looking at them when you first walk in the gym, they small. You know what I'm saying? They very, very small, but these little motherfuckers are feisty. Very feisty. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about who they go up against. They bring that same energy, that same intensity against every team in the league. And the crazy part about it is everybody sleeping on them, even though they went on like a 3-4 game winning streak, and everybody they beat was the top 4 team in the league. They ain't beat like my sorry ass team and a couple other bum ass teams. They knocking out the heads of the Giants. And people are still calling them the underdog, which I feel like they should keep that status because they're just going to keep that chip on their shoulder. As long as you got that status, you're going to continue to play that way. You don't want nobody to feel like you can walk in the gym and just beat anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Mike Foster, what I respect about him is he took the back seat to B-Hop. Respectfully, he took the back seat because B-Hop does it on both ends. You know what I'm saying? B-Hop does it on both ends, and he's been efficient every single goddamn game. So I like the fact that Mike Foster would give up a couple of his shots so B-Hop can get going. Because once B-Hop get going, can't nobody on the fucking planet can guard him. I said that. Nobody on the fucking planet. B-Hop is that 5-foot guard kids create on NBA 2K with a 99 overall. Left hand, quick as fuck, can stop on the dime, and this bitch jump 8 feet in the air when he shoots the ball. So it's like, how can you guard that? That's why he get a lot of fouls on threes. He jumps so fucking high. By the time you run the contest, he's still trying to land, and you still closing out. So then, boom, you end up running into him, or you end up falling on you, foul. This nigga get more 3-point fouls than anybody in the fucking league because he jumps so high. And they got a bunch of dogs on their team. I don't know everybody on their team, you know what I'm saying? But the guys that on their team, man, they play their role so well. They just so feisty. They scrap. They gonna go the distance with you. If you don't just kick them in their ass and knock them out the fucking box, they gonna win. Hands down, they gonna win. Mike Foster is still, to me, the best 2 guard in the league. Top 5 in any gym. But right now, at East Point, I got him the best 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. And the reason why I say that, because he knows when to go and when to share it. And that type of guy right there is dangerous because some may fall asleep and feel like he's being too passive, but he's still a killer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I feel about Top Dog Committee. Let's go down to Blueprint. Blueprint is my favorite team to watch IQ-wise. You know what I'm saying? When you got Bo and you got Tonio running, slashing, and I don't know how he find Tonios on some of these passes he find Tonio on, but I was just telling niggas yesterday, DA is their best scorer. Tonio is their best player. When I say the best player, all around. Rebound, defense, scoring, block, steals. He does it all. You know what I'm saying? DA can knock down some shots. He can get in the paint. He can score. But he can't do what Tonio do. He don't move like Tonio move. He don't cut like Tonio do. Tonio will run the floor the entire game as long as Bo does it. As long as Bo does it, right? I feel like Tonio is the best player on Blueprint, hands down. I think Bo is the second best point guard in the gym, true point guard in the gym. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I give Bo number 2, because I feel like Bo is a downhill type of point guard. Like, if you don't stop Bo on a break, Bo can get to the rack, he can stop and pull, and he gonna find whoever he need to find. Like, half court wise, they kind of run it through DA a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They kind of run through DA. They run like some outball screens for DA and stuff like that. So they kind of take Bo out of the offense a little bit and put DA more into the offense. So I feel like that makes them well balanced because they know on the break it's all Bo. Half court, we gonna go through DA. And that's what make Blueprint so good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I respect them. They got Kelly, which is their junkyard dog. They got Dominique, is the corner specialist. They got, I don't forgot the bald head dude name. I think I know it, but I don't want to say the wrong name. But he is like one of them guys, like, he can handle the ball, he can score. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of like, he's kind of like that guy that Bo need to put it on the ground sometimes and get his own bucket sometimes when it's called for. You know what I'm saying? DA may go into a slump, they go to him and he know how to go get it. Is I'm missing anybody? Well, let me just say this. I like Blueprint for those reasons right there. I don't want to get too deep into it. All right, let's go down to Southside Hawks. Southside Hawks. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna even be biased because I used to play for them. I'm kind of disappointed in Southside Hawks a little bit. I'm kind of disappointed. They're still a good team. I'm just kind of disappointed at how they built their team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they picking up other people's scraps. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't look like the same Southside Hawks that I'm used to seeing. The Southside Hawks, they had the chemistry that will be able to compete with the Brotherhood and the Blueprint, because due to IQ, Southside Hawks have dropped so low in IQ. It's like all the games they're winning, it's like supposed to be easy, but they make them so hard because the IQ, they lack a lot of IQ over there. And they got a bench full of bigs. A bench full of bigs. Two of their guards fouled out and they had to sub in two bigs. And they lost because of that. Two guards fouled out and they had to sub in two bigs and they lost because of that. And one of their bigs, they had running point guard. I don't know who the hell told New York that he was a point guard, but that was a big mistake. That was a big mistake, man. I'm not saying he can't run point guard, but he's better when he's at that free throw line and below. Or if he can get a catch and pop on the 3-point line, he's that. But if he's handling the ball and you need him to make plays, he kind of overdoes it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of overdoes it. And I just feel like, what the fuck are y'all guards? Like, you really had to rely on New York to bring the ball up the court? They just let me know right then and there, y'all have a very big weaknesses. And y'all weaknesses is a team can press y'all. They can press y'all. Because if I can frustrate your other guards and you got four other bigs, y'all have to play half court. Y'all have to move the ball. There's not a lot of ball movement. You got Big Sean who want the ball. Everybody get the fuck out the way. You got L. You got to get L the ball. Get the fuck out the way. Now, I will say this about L. L will pass the ball if you cut. If you cut, he will give up the walk. A lot of people don't cut. You know what I'm saying? It's not a team full of cutters. And then if you do cut, you got Big Sean, Big P, Kenzie. Who else y'all got? Y'all got New York. Y'all got Mario. Everybody clogging the paint. Jizzle got to shoot 15 floaters because he can't get all the way there because the paint is clogged. Southside Hawks is still a good team, right? But a lot of times, a lot of games, they're going into a lot of overtimes because they don't have the IQ to close out games. They are too big. And I'm not saying like you are too big to where they can't play. You just don't need everybody doing the same thing. You know, they don't have a lot of good role players. Everybody's doing the same thing. So that's why I'm kind of disappointed in the Southside House. That's just my take on it. All right. Let's go to Sa'ari's show. Now, Sa'ari's show started off as a well-rounded team. You know, Toyo, Big Mike, those are the best two bigs in the city. Toyo was stretching the floor. Big Mike was covering the paint. They had Spence show at one time, which I don't even include him to the team, but so we're going to scratch him off. They had Ryan, which is another slasher. You got Sai, which is a pass first guard. You got Rob, which is a pass first guard. They had a couple guys come in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on everybody that they have as a whole because Sa'ari's team is not a whole. He doesn't really have a team. He just have a bunch of guys that show up. You know what I'm saying? So when he had his core, the same guys showing up every week, he was a force to be reckoned with. But now you don't know who's showing up for him. So it's like the last game they played against the Southside Hawks, Rob saved them, and Rob is a pass first guard. But the fact that he had to take on another role, defense and offensively, it shows that they are lacking in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Rob hit a big three to win the game. No, to tie the game and take them into another overtime, right? That's not really Rob's game. Rob is the guy that's going to find the shooter to hit that three. The fact that he had to do that just let everybody else know, they are lacking in certain areas that we can attack because Sai ain't going to take that shot. Toyo ain't there to take the shot. And Ryan don't really take those shots. The other guys he bringing, they not hitting them shots. I don't know if they can make them or not, but from what I saw, they wasn't hitting that shit. So it's like they lacking in areas that can be exposed and can build weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? They got Jay Steele who can hit the shot, but they don't use Jay Steele as they should. You know, Jay Steele ain't a guy that's going to baseline you. He's not going to baseline you. Jay Steele is a fast break shooter. He going to get out on that break, run to that corner. If you hit Jay Steele there, he hitting that motherfucker. I give Jay Steele 7 out of 10 on those. I give him 7 out of 10 on those. But if you made Jay Steele play half court, then you got to drive and kick it to him so he can knock that down. So, you know, they lacking. They are lacking. They don't have that guard that can break you down and get his own and create and make plays. They don't have that. So, Irie, I had them making the Final Four. Now I'm like, I don't really know. Man. I think Top Dog made, you know what I'm saying? They might get into that Final Four. That's what I'm thinking right now. Now let's go to Dirty South. All right. Dirty South is young. And if you ever hear Team Dirty South, you think of older niggas. Now when you see them, they young. Real fucking young. Like they got high schoolers out there. I think the oldest nigga on their team is like Trey, and he like fucking 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? He like the oldest nigga if Tim Quarterman ain't there. Like if Tim not there, then Trey is like the vet on the team, right? And Trey ain't like a vocal vet. He's a guy that like he leads by example. He leads by his gameplay. So whenever I see them and I don't see Tim, I look at Trey as the leader, but Trey ain't the type that's gonna get all up in your face, yell at you and do it. He gonna lead by example. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go out there, he gonna play defense, he gonna get to the rack, he gonna hit his open threes, but he's not gonna do a lot of vocal leading. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like a lot of guys just out there doing young nigga shit. And when you got a bunch of guys out there just doing young nigga shit, it's not gonna end well because there's no structure. There's no structure. There's no roles that nobody is locking into. When everybody is so young, they just going, like they just running. So I feel like that was kind of like their downfall. I felt like they could have been a Final Four team, but I just felt like they didn't have that OG leader, that structure that can push them over the hump down crucial moments in the game. I just felt like they don't have that right now. They got a nice ass young team. They got a real good young team. It's just no structure there. A lot of guys don't want to come out the game. A lot of guys don't want to take the back seat. They young. So, you know, it's kind of hard to get them to understand why you need them to play a certain role. So that's how I feel about Dirty South. Let's go down to the Gunners. A bunch of bums, for sure. A bunch of bums. Not too much to say about them because I don't really like speaking a lot of negativity. But D-Jack is their best player. And I feel like Mo is the second best player. But I felt like they are one-dimensional. Like DJ is a great offensive player. Mo is a great slasher. You know what I'm saying? If Mike not knocking down threes, then Mike is just another short guy out there being physical. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna play you hard. But you know what I'm saying? If you tall, you big, and you skilled and you physical, you could kind of like extort it. Yeah, like you could kind of expose that a little bit because I'm not finna let a guy smaller than me. I don't care how physical he is. He's not gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? So you need Mike to knock down those threes, and Mike been in a very big slump lately. You know what I'm saying? So DJ, I can say DJ been holding his own. Mo been holding his own. The other guys, they scrappy, but it's no IQ. They are young. They just out there running around. And it's like, that's not gonna help your team at all. It's not gonna help your team. So move on to the next. High end, bunch of bums. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of bums. Last game, they didn't even have fucking jerseys. We had to play them in T-shirts. You know, if you have a team, we need somebody to take it serious. And if that's happening, then you know you plan to get a bunch of bums. And I'm not saying a bunch of bums as those guys cannot hoop. I'm saying as a team, well-rounded team compared to the other guys I was talking about, they're bums. You know what I'm saying? Bums. Colin is a great leader. He's a vocal leader. He speaks on what he need to speak on. But Colin would sometimes take the back seat when he need to be aggressive. Now, I like the fact that they brought Mike Harris out of retirement, But Mike Harris got to get back into the flow of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when the last time he really competed with some real deal hoopers and basketball players. So I don't know. You got Jabo who think he's a top 10 center, and it's like, Jabo, you smoking that shit if you keep thinking that. I done told Jabo to his face, so this ain't nothing. You know, he ain't hurt. Jabo smoking that shit if you think you're a top 10 big man in any gym. Like, no, Jabo, I told you, you're not top 10. You play like you are. You don't shy away from competition as you should, but when it comes down to you performing against a top 10 center, no, no. You know what I'm saying? I like Jabo. I would take Jabo over a lot of niggas, but I would need another big to play with Jabo. I like Jabo at the four. I need another big beside Jabo. Jabo cannot be my primary big. He cannot be my primary big. So that's what make them niggas bums. You know what I'm saying? And now you got the last and definitely the least, the torture. My team, a bunch of fucking bums. We are bums too. We a bunch of fucking bums as well. You know what I'm saying? You got my goof ass. I don't know why I take the back seat and try to let the young guys be comfortable. So I kind of give up my shots and pass the ball so passively that I'm turning that bitch over. When I turn it on, I done showed it so many times. I'm unguardable. I don't know why I do not turn it on until late in the second half type shit. I don't know why I do that. We don't have a consistent roster. Every week, I don't know who the hell I'm playing against. I don't even know who. I mean, every week, I don't know who I'm playing with. I don't know who on my team. I don't have a team. You know what I'm saying? Bob got another college kid building this team full of college kids. And it's like, shit. I can't say, though, they do listen. They do listen. I can't lead them vocally. They do listen. And whenever I get out there and I get physical, I get feisty, they do match my energy. But then that young nigga shit kick in when it's time to bite down, no diddy. It's time to bite down and really lock in and play together. That's when that young nigga shit kick in. Now these niggas want the ball when another guy just scored 4 straight. Why do you still want the ball? How come we just can't feed this guy? That's when the young nigga shit kick in. Hey, we got to take you out the game for defense, offense. A nigga, you're like, but I'm playing defense. That's not the point. The point is we need a strategy. We need to know what the fuck we are doing out here to win the game. You cannot just be out there going. That's when the young nigga shit kicks in. We are fucking bums because we don't have a team. You know, I'm a fucking bum because I act like I'm not him when I really am. I tried to put the ball in other niggas' hands, and I don't know if I'm depending on them to carry me. Fuck no, that's not what it is. I just want them to be comfortable and understand if you're comfortable, you can help me win. But if you aren't comfortable, then they put a lot of weight on me to try to carry offense and defense and rebounds and steals and blocks because I'm going to do a little bit of everything. But we bums. We motherfucking bums. So we're going to move on to the next topic. All right, so yeah, let's tap into the next subject. The next subject I want to talk about is, well, I want to talk about the last 2 games of East Point Red, right? The last 2 games, well, the last 2 good games at East Point, Rick. First, let's talk about the Sorry Show versus the Hawks, right? Let's talk about that. Let me say this to y'all, East Point. Y'all really need to watch the game before y'all determine who the MVP is. Shout out to Ryan from Sorry Show, but he was not the MVP of that game. Rob Broderick missed the house job for Rob's was the fucking MVP of that game. Now, I'm not saying y'all got it wrong, but I'm saying that stat book does not tell the whole story. Rob carried them for like the last 3 to 5 minutes of regulation through both OTs, offense and defensively. He carried them. He hit the biggest shot of the game and got the biggest stop of the game. Don't know how they not get you MVP, but we're going to talk about that, though, Mo. We're going to talk about that, Mo. You my dog. Now, I just need you to, don't let that stat book, because a nigga got 30 and he got 15. His 15 had more weight than his 30, because he could have had that 30 and lost if Rob didn't do what he did. So we're going to talk about that. So, but let's talk about it. Sorry versus Southside Hawks, right? Great game, double overtime, right? We had a little bit of drama with the Southside Hawks bench, right? With New York and L. And I actually talked to New York about that. During the game, I talked to him about it. And I told New York, you can't argue with LeBron James, baby. You cannot argue with LeBron James. If LeBron James say throw that ball, you throw that ball. If you got a I don't give a fuck mentality, and then I'm gonna just tell you like I told you on the court in the gym. That's not the team for you. You got to go get your own team. Every team that adds you to it has a LeBron James. Every team that adds you to it has a LeBron James, bro. Until you get up in that ranking of that team and put in the work for that team that L has put in the work for Southside House, you cannot tell that man, I don't give a fuck who you are, don't look me off. You cannot say no shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That right there killed the morale of y'all team. Jizzle was doing everything in his power to save that fucking game because the morale of the team had dropped. Jizzle was the only guard on the court. His other two guards fouled out. Jizzle put a lot on his shoulder, and he did the very fucking best he could to save that game. But it's only so much he can do when they got the other point guard is New York. Like, no, it does not work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not saying New York can't run point guard. I'm not saying he can't dribble, he can't handle the ball. What I'm saying is that's not his strength. He has shown that New York cost them the game. He coughed up the unforced turnover that lost them the game was in New York hand. Why wasn't that in Jizzle's hand? New York shouldn't even been there doing the inbound play. He should have already been down the court. Hey, we don't give Jizzle the ball. He had been carrying the whole overtime. Now, let's go to Sari Show. Shout out to Sari Show. This is why I fuck with Cy. And this is why I fuck with Jay Steele. I don't give a damn what was going on during that game. They could have played that whole game. They chose to sit down. They chose to sit down to win that game, right? Let's go into overtime, right? Overtime. Rob could end the game with a mid-range. We all know Rob for hitting mid-range shots. Rob missed a wide open mid-range shot, right? A lot of niggas, it will fuck with their confidence. They put their head down. They don't want that opportunity again. I say maybe 2 plays after that on an inbound play. They inbounded the ball to Rob. Rob threw it to them. They threw it. No, I don't want to fuck it up. I just know Rob caught the ball, threw it to somebody. They threw it back to Rob. He stepped into a 3-point shot and hit nothing but the bottom of the net, which led them to win that game. Now, before that shot, Rob had got to the line, knocked down some real big free throws. Now, this whole time, Cy is bringing all these other guys in, swearing, oh, he's him. Can't nobody fuck with them. Can't nobody fuck with him. Can't nobody fuck with that. But your core player won you that game, nigga. Stick with your fucking core. Stop bringing all these guys thinking they like that because they be busting your ass. They bust your ass, and you be like, oh, he's nice. He must be like that. And then you bring it to some competition, and then they get exposed like, oh, whoa, he ain't what I think he is, so I got to go to a Rob. I got to go to a Jay Steele. I got to go to a Big Mike. I got to go to my core guys, to a Ryan. Because the other guys I brought ain't doing shit. Not saying they cannot hoop. They can hoop. They don't do shit to change the game. They don't do shit to change the trajectory of the game. Rob did, which is your core player. You know what I'm saying? They end up winning the game, I want to say, by 3 points. By 3 points, but the body language of the Southside House kind of led me to believe that they will not be in the championship. They won't be there. You know what I'm saying? Once some shit like that happens, and you brought in a new guy, and the new guy is shaking up the sideline, yeah, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just my honest opinion. So, shout out to Cyree Show and House for a great game, man. Double overtime. Now, let's talk about Top Dog and Blueprint. Hey, man, I don't know why. Listen, East Point, I need y'all to when y'all schedule these games, I need y'all to kind of like schedule certain key games. I need y'all to do a game of the week type shit and schedule that in between. Like if you got 5 games, I need that game to be the third game. 2 games, that game, 2 games after that game. Right? Because Top Dog Committee and Blueprint was one of the best games that a lot of people did not see. But I made sure I stayed to watch it because I knew it was gonna be a fucking good game. I knew it was gonna be a dog fight. I knew Top Dog Committee wasn't going out like that. Let's talk about it. First half, Bo Tonio. Bro, listen. I don't know where the hell they get this chemistry from where Bo can throw that motherfucker with a blindfold on and Tonio would be there. First half, that's all I saw. Tonio getting found on all these. Tonio is cutting through I-20 traffic at 5 p.m. and getting open. If you ever been on I-20 at 5 p.m., nigga, you know goddamn well that is bumper to bumper. He is getting open in 5 p.m. I-20 traffic, and Bo is finding him. Top Dog Committee went down. By halftime, they brought it. They were like 30-36. They kind of brought it back up a little bit. Man, listen. B-Hop is dangerous. I'm not saying B-Hop is the reason why they won the game. I'm saying B-Hop did a lot of things to help win the game. B-Hop got a lot of key steals. A lot of them. He wasn't hitting the big shot like we normally see. I don't know that other guy with the dreads name. He hit a lot of big shots. I don't know his name. Not the number 11, but the other guy. He hit some big shots. Caleb hit a big shot. Mike wasn't Mike, offensively, and this is why I respect Mike. He knew it, and he was feeding Hop. And Hop missed a few, but he still like, shit, that's Hop shot. I remember Mike gave up a wide open shot to get a ball to Hop. Hop missed it. But they trust each other. They understand their role. They understand who's that guy. This is why they are my top favorite team. Do I think they're going to win the championship? I think they're going to upset somebody. But I think it's going to be hard for them to beat Brotherhood when Brotherhood really lock in. I want to see Top Dog like get that chip because of the way people underestimate them. But I'm not biased. I don't see them doing it, not against Brotherhood. I don't see a lot of people doing it against Brotherhood. But I like Top Dog Committee because Mike Foster is Mike Foster, B-Hop is B-Hop, and the rest of the guys are filling in those gaps, man, and they playing some great basketball. I stayed to watch that game because I wanted to know if they was for real. They already been on a nice win game streak. I want to see if they was for real. Y'all beat Blueprint. Y'all are fucking for real. I don't see nobody else really beating y'all but y'all self after this until y'all running the fucking Brotherhood. I'm sorry. Brotherhood is dangerous. I don't think Blueprint will let that happen again because they kind of went away from the Bo and Tonio show and they start, doing a lot of DA. You know what I'm saying? That's part of their game as well, but I feel like the Bo and Tonio show was just flawless. Like, can nobody stop that? So they end up getting a foul at the end of the game. Tie game. Mike Foster ended up getting fouled by, I want to say, DA at the 3-point line with 1 second left, which is the fucking ref's fault. I've never seen the ref make those type of calls, not with 1 second left. They normally tell us, we're not going to dictate the game. We're going to let y'all play through that. The foul wasn't that type of foul where the ball couldn't get to the rim, where he knocked the dude to the bleachers or nothing like that. He just smacked his wrist a little bit, and it probably was after the shot. And they called foul with 1 second left. I was like, damn, that's some bullshit because y'all normally stay out of it when it come down to that, unless the foul is just dramatic as hell. Like, you just tackle the dude or some shit. So, I don't like that the refs called that. I told B-Hop, I don't like that the refs called that. Was it a foul? Could be. I don't like that they dictate the game. The game was too good of a game. I wouldn't mind sitting going to another goddamn overtime. I would not mind that. But you let this man win it. You let Mike Foster get 3 free throws with 1 second left. You know game over. You know he's not missing those. So shout out to Top Dog Committee for pulling that out. No diddy. All right? Now let's move on. I want to talk to y'all about what I feel like, and this is my humbly opinion. If you do not like my top 5, comment down below who do you feel like the top 5 in the league is. But I'm going to give you my top 5, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is in order too. This is in order. I want y'all to know this is in order, right? At number 5, I'm going with Jordan from Southside. I don't know what happened to Jordan a couple games ago. I think they say he was injured. But if Jordan can stay healthy, I feel like he's the leader of Southside because he's efficient. He's consistent. You know what I'm saying? He plays both sides of the ball. He's not a clap for the ball type of guy. He kind of lets the game come to him. And the dude can score he can score the fuck out that peel. Like, it ain't a lot of guys in that gym that can guard him one-on-one. But the fact that he's so humble, he plays the game the right way, I feel like he's the reason why Southside are who they are. And I feel like when they start adding pieces to kind of do what he does, it took away from them. And I feel like that's when they kind of start going on a losing streak, right? So number 4. Number 4, I'm going with Tonio from Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I know this might be a shocker to a lot of y'all. I'm going Tonio for Blueprint. You know why I'm going Tonio for Blueprint? He's the best player on Blueprint. He scores, he rebounds, he blocks shots, he gets steals, he runs the fucking floor as a big man. He's so efficient, I can guarantee you this. His field goal percentage is probably a 70. He don't take bad shots. He barely make bad plays. I rarely see Tonio do anything wrong. Now, he may cry a lot. You know what I'm saying? He may cry a lot. But he has a valid reason. I never seen him cry about some shit he shouldn't be crying about. Like how DA cry about stuff, but DA get those same kind of calls and he applaud the rest for him. But when they give it to somebody else, DA throws a bitch fit. Tonio don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And not this ain't no shade to a DA, bro. These are facts. We all see it. We all see it. You know what I'm saying? Tonio don't do that. Now, when Tonio get mad and his body get to flipping around and shit, yeah, he get the, you know what I'm saying? But I believe Tonio be having a valid reason. I don't think the refs see how much Tonio get fouled because he moves so much. They don't see the smacks and pat. They don't see all of that. Like he's always, damn it, he's always moving, right? That's why I got Tonio as my 4. Now, as my 3. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? I got Mike Crane from the Brotherhood. Who want to hit? Which one of y'all want to hit about that? If y'all been watching these games, like I've been watching these games, Mike Crane is fucking efficient. He's fucking efficient. He's the most efficient shooter in the gym. I ain't saying because a lot of y'all don't know what efficient mean. I'm not saying he's the best shooter in the gym. He's the most efficient. He takes high percentage shots. He knocks down all of them motherfuckers. He rarely takes low percentage shots. And on top of all that, he don't even do a lot of dribbling, bro. Mike Crane don't even do a lot of dribbling to score. Man, he just get to his spot, and if he has to dribble, it's 1 or 2 dribbles, and he pulling up. Bro, he's like a real deal Klay Thompson at East Point right now. I don't think y'all enjoy Mike Crane game the way I enjoys it. Mike Crane is definitely one of the best shooters in East Point because of his efficiency. If there's a swing there, he's swinging. If that bitch come back to him and you ain't there, boy, you dead in the water. You dead in the water, bro. So I got Mike Crane at 3. Number 2, which shouldn't be a surprise, I got Ryan from Sire Show. The reason, damn, excuse me. The reason why I got Ryan, because Ryan is a difference maker. You can tell when Ryan's there and when he's not there, which like all the guys I named. All the guys I named. The reason why I say these are my top 5, because you can tell the difference from when they're not there and when they are there. When Ryan wasn't there, they was losing. They didn't even look good. They fast break didn't even look right because Ryan went out there running it. Now, Ryan is kind of like a one-dimensional player. He's all downhill. But being all downhill isn't a bad thing. Ryan just going downhill, it ain't a lot of guys that even want to try to stop him. And he takes a lot of high-quality shots. He don't really do too much. You know what I'm saying? He rebounds, he get out, he plays defense, he meets you at the rim, all that. He plays great basketball. I'm talking basketball players. I ain't talking about these little hoopers who gonna dribble the air out the ball. I'm talking about guys who play their role to where they if they're not there, their team misses them. Those are the guys I'm talking about, right? So Ryan, is my number 2. And we gonna go MVP. Can't nobody argue this. You argue this, you just a fucking hater. I'm gonna give y'all a second to determine who the MVP. Comment right now who the MVP is. Who I'm about to say. Why did? Brandon motherfucking Hopkins. B Hop is the motherfucking MVP of East Point League, hands down. Nobody has changed a team around like B Hop did. We all looked at Top Dog Committee as shitty because they have been shitty. Everywhere they have went that I've known, I'm not saying they've been shitty, but wherever I've seen them at, they have been shitty. They added B Hop, and now this team is scary as a motherfucker. They are scary. You know why? They have a guy that is unselfish. He's humble. He plays both sides of the ball, and he's smart as a motherfucker. They all feed off of him. And he gonna do that for 40 minutes. The smallest guy on the court is doing it the smallest guy on the court is jumping against 3 giants for rebounds. Come on now. And Top Dog Committee is so good as a unit. They see him doing it. Man, they jump with him. They run with him. They play defense just as hard as he play defense. They get it. They understand B-Hop is the motor. Only thing we have to do is drive. He gonna take us where we have to go. B-Hop is fucking MVP of East Point League. If they give it to anybody else, that police that be in there chilling, looking at trophies and shit, he gonna have to come get me off of Mo and Shalard. He gonna have to get me up off them, bro. B-Hop do not win MVP. He gonna have to come get me up off them, boy. And I love them, boy. He gonna have to come get me up off them, man. But listen, man. I'm gonna close it out. I feel like I spoke enough on this topic. I'm gonna close it. I really don't want to. I really want to keep going, but I want to let this marinate. I want to see what do everybody have to say about my opinion. Remember, this is a opinion. If you have a different opinion, you want to talk, come on to the show. Come to the show. I ain't opposed to it. Come to the show. Let's talk about it. But I ain't going to talk about it out there. I got a platform now, and I'm finna use it. Come to my show. Let's talk about it, right? So I'm going to close that by saying this, man. Shout out to Shalard. Shout out to Mo, for one, for allowing me to come back into the East Point Recreation Center. I really do appreciate that, man. They forgave me for the bad decision that I made a year ago. They forgave me. They talked to me like men. They made me understand the magnitude of what I did and how I put their job in jeopardy, and they took a chance on me, like just like real leaders supposed to, man. These folks are a big deal in our community, and they understand, like, you know, people make mistakes, and they understood that I don't claim it as a mistake. I hold myself accountable. I made a bad decision. So for them to bring me back and for me to be a part of this, man, listen, this right here is evolution in men basketball. And for me to be a part of this, I just want to say thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man, for that, man. Shout out to Shalard. Shout out to Mo. When y'all are in them gyms, man, and y'all see Mo, y'all see Shalard, man, y'all make sure y'all tip y'all hat to them guys. They giving us a space. And I sat down and talked to one of them. I'm not going to tell you exactly what he said, but they got some bigger and better shit coming for us. So I just want to shout out to them for creating this space for us, man, for giving us a community, for giving us freedom a little bit. Let me say that. Because a lot of leagues we go to, College Park, and they want to treat us like kids. Y'all can't say this. You can't talk like this. You can't act like this. Basketball is an emotional sport. Basketball is drama. That's why people love it. Everybody loves drama. You got to allow us to be emotional, and you have to allow us to be men. You got to allow us. You telling somebody they can't cuss when all they know is cuss words? Yeah, somebody got to know them but cuss words. And then as soon as they say, God damn, it's a tech, and you throw them out the game. I just want to say I appreciate East Point, Shalard, and Mo for understanding that. Man, y'all are grown men. Y'all are playing the game that y'all been loving since y'all was a kid. It's going to be emotional. You guys are going to say things that you do not mean. You're not trying to hurt nobody, but things are going to come out. We understand. We've been there. We've done that. So we get it. So shout out to Shalard, shout out to Mo, and I also want to say shout out to the city of East Point for allowing Shalard and Mo to give us this space. They don't have to do that. It's a lot of cities out there that will not allow men's basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cities that won't even allow us to do that. It's a lot of cities that don't want us to do that. So I just want to say shout out to the city of East Point. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Love. Shout out to everybody that is watching this video. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to you. The more y'all support this shit, I promise y'all, the more I'm going to do it. I'm only doing it if I am being supported of it. You know what I'm saying? And the ones, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The ones that support me the most, I'm gonna show favoritism to them. I'm gonna talk more about them than I talk about everybody else, because they fuck with me. I fuck with who fuck with me. So I'm gonna close out by saying, appreciate y'all for being here. This is Hot Boy Guttah with a Guttah Underground podcast. And don't forget to stay real, stay loyal. We out.